You want to be happy. Everybody does. But happiness, it's not about luck. It's about choices. It's about discipline. And if you want to be truly happy, you got to follow 4 things, not 5, not 10. First, purpose. Find it. Own it. Live it. Many people walk around lost because they never ask themselves why they're here. You wake up every morning, and if you don't know what you're working toward, what you're fighting for, then you're just existing, not living. Happiness isn't in the money, the fame, or the comfort. It's in knowing that what you do matters. So find your purpose and chase it like your life depends on it, because it does. Second, discipline. Listen, dreams are easy, work is hard. Everybody wants success, but not everybody wants to put in the sweat, the sacrifice, the long nights. You want happiness, earn it. Do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. When you're tired, when you're doubting yourself, that's when you push harder, because discipline beats motivation every single time. Third, gratitude. You can have everything in the world and still be miserable. If you don't appreciate it, stop chasing what you don't have and start appreciating what you do. Every morning you wake up, that's a blessing. Every challenge you face, that's an opportunity. Happiness isn't in getting more, it's in being grateful for what's already in front of you. Fourth means believing in yourself and your purpose and in something bigger than you. It means knowing that even when you face obstacles, faith, you can still pursue it and endure it. Running faster doesn't make smart. It makes, when things don't go your way, there's a reason you keep pushing, you keep striving, because faith gives you strength, it gives you peace. And when you have peace, happiness follows. Purpose, true happiness comes from knowing your purpose and pursuing it with passion. Without purpose, you're just existing, not truly living. Disciplined dreams don't work unless you do hard work. Essay, sacrifice and consistency are the keys to achieving lasting happiness. Gratitude, appreciate what you have instead of chasing what you don't. Happiness comes from recognizing your blessings. Faith, believe in yourself, your purpose, and a higher power. Faith gives you strength and peace, which lead to happiness. Happiness is earned. It's not about luck or external rewards. It's about the choices you make every day. Push through struggles when doubt and fatigue hit. That's when you go harder. Happiness is found in perseverance, not in giving up. Purpose is the foundation of happiness. Without it, life feels empty, directionless, and unfulfilling. Too many people wake up every morning, go through the motions, and wonder why they feel stuck. They chase money, status, and approval, believing that happiness is something they'll eventually stumble upon, but happiness isn't found, it's built. It starts with knowing why you do what you do. Purpose gives life meaning. It's what gets you out of bed with a excitement instead of dragging yourself through another day. It's that fire inside that pushes you forward even when things get tough. Without purpose, everything feels like a chore. Work becomes just a paycheck. Relationships become just routines. But when you have a clear purpose, every step you take moves you closer to something bigger than yourself. Finding purpose doesn't mean you have to change the world overnight. It means discovering what truly matters to you and committing to it fully. Maybe it's your family, maybe it's your career, maybe it's helping others, creating something new, or becoming the best version of yourself. Whatever it is, own it, because when you live with purpose, you stop wasting time on things that don't serve you. You stop chasing validation from people who don't matter. You stop comparing yourself to others because you know exactly where you're going. Purpose also gives you strength in tough times when obstacles come, and they will. Your purpose is what keeps you standing. It reminds you why you started. It gives you the power to push through failure, setbacks, and doubts. People who lack purpose give up when things get hard. People who have purpose find a way forward. They don't let fear control them because they know what they're working toward is worth it. And here's the thing, your purpose isn't something you find once and keep forever. It grows with you, it changes as you change. What matters is that you never stop searching, never stop refining, never stop striving for something that lights a fire in your soul. Because when you live with purpose, happiness isn't something you chase, it's something you create every single day. Discipline is the bridge between dreams and reality. Everyone wants success, everyone wants happiness, but very few are willing to do what it takes to achieve them. The truth is, motivation comes and goes. Some days you'll wake up feeling inspired, ready to take on the world. Other days you won't feel like doing anything at all. That's where discipline comes in. Discipline is what keeps you moving forward even when you don't feel like it. It's what separates those who succeed from those who quit. The world is full of talented people who never reach their potential because they lack discipline. Talent means nothing if you don't put in the work. You can have all the skills, all the intelligence, all the opportunities in the world, but if you're not willing to be consistent, to sacrifice, to push through the hard days, none of it matters. Discipline is waking up early when you'd rather sleep in. It's choosing to work on your goals instead of wasting time on distractions. It's staying focused when everyone else is looking for shortcuts. Success isn't about doing something once and expecting results. It's about showing up day after day, even when no one is watching. The greatest athletes, the greatest leaders, the greatest minds, they all understand this. They don't rely on motivation, they rely on habits. They train when they don't feel like training. They practice when no one is cheering for them. They work when everyone else has given up. And because of that, they win. Happiness comes from knowing you gave your best effort. There's nothing more satisfying than looking back and knowing you didn't cut corners, that you didn't let laziness or doubt stop you. When you live with discipline, you take control of your life. You stop making excuses. You stop blaming circumstances. You realize that every decision you make, every habit you build is either pushing you closer to happiness or pulling you away from it. At the end of the day, the people who achieve happiness aren't the ones who got lucky. They're the ones who stayed disciplined. They didn't wait for the right moment. They created it. They didn't rely on motivation. They relied on commitment. And that commitment is what separates those who dream from those who achieve. Gratitude, Yud, is one of the most powerful forces in life. It has the ability to shift your entire perspective, to turn what you have into enough and to create happiness no matter where you are. Too often people focus on what they don't have. They look at others who seem more successful, more wealthy, more fulfilled, and they feel like they're missing something. But the truth is, happiness isn't found in getting more. It's found in appreciating what's already in front of you every single day. There is something to be grateful for. Waking up in the morning, having food to eat, having people who care about you, these are things we take for granted. But imagine for a second if you lost them. Imagine if you woke up one day and everything you once overlooked was gone. Suddenly you'd realize how much you had. The problem isn't that people don't have enough. The problem is that people don't take time to see what they already have. Gratitude doesn't mean you stop striving for more. It doesn't mean you settle or stop chasing your goals. It means you recognize the blessings in your life while you work towards something greater. Too many people think, I'll be happy when I get that job, when I buy that house, when I achieve that dream. But happiness doesn't come from the next thing. If you can't be grateful for what you have now, you won't be grateful when you get more, because there will always be something else, always another goal, always another level to reach. The key is to appreciate where you are while you keep moving forward. Gratitude also changes how you handle challenges. Life is never going to be easy. There will be setbacks, failures, and struggles, but when you approach life with gratitude, you see those obstacles differently instead of complaining. You find the lesson. Instead of focusing on what went wrong, you focus on what you can learn. When you're grateful, even the hardest moments can serve a purpose. Happiness isn't about having everything, it's about seeing everything you have. The moment you start appreciating the little things, the moment you stop comparing, the moment you recognize the value in your life, that's when happiness begins. Faith is the foundation that holds everything together. It's what keeps you moving when the path isn't clear, what gives you strength when everything around you feels like it's falling apart. Without faith, doubt takes over, fear takes over, and when fear controls your decisions, you stop taking risks, you stop believing in yourself, and you settle for a life that's far less than what you're capable of. But when you have faith, true unshakable faith, you walk with confidence even when you can't see the whole road ahead. Faith doesn't mean waiting for things to magically happen. It doesn't mean sitting back and hoping life works out in your favor. Faith is about action. It's about stepping forward even when you don't have all the answers. It's about believing that the work you put in today will pay off tomorrow, even if you don't see the results right away. Too many people quit because they don't see immediate success. They put in effort for a few weeks, a few months, maybe even a few years, and when things don't happen as fast as they want, they give up. But faith means trusting the process. It means knowing that just because something hasn't happened yet doesn't mean it won't happen at all. Faith also gives you peace. Life is unpredictable. No matter how much you plan, things will go wrong, people will disappoint you, unexpected challenges will come your way. If you don't have faith in yourself, faith in your purpose, faith in something bigger than you, those moments will break you. But when you trust that everything happens for a reason, that every setback is a setup for something greater, you don't panic when things don't go your way. You adjust, you learn, and you keep going. Faith is what separates those who succeed from those who quit. The most successful people in the world have faith in themselves, even when no one else does. They believe in their vision, even when others laugh at them. They push forward, even when the road is tough. That's not luck, that's faith. And that faith turns obstacles into opportunities, failures into lessons, and dreams into reality. Happiness is not something that just happens, it's something you earn. Too many people think happiness is a destination, something they'll reach once they have the right job, the right cause, the right relationship, the right amount of money. They wait for happiness like it's going to knock on their door one day and change everything, but happiness doesn't work that way. It's not about luck, it's about choices. It's about the way you live every single day. Every decision you make either brings you closer to happiness or pushes you further away from it. When you choose discipline over comfort, gratitude over complaining, and faith over fear, you create happiness for yourself. Happiness isn't about what happens to you, it's about how you respond. Two people can go through the same struggles, the same setbacks, the same losses, but one will come out stronger while the other stays stuck. Why? Because happiness isn't about circumstances, it's about mindset. It's about choosing to find meaning in every experience, even the painful ones. Some people spend their whole lives chasing happiness in things that will never give it to them. They think a bigger paycheck, a new car, or more followers on social media will make them feel complete. But no matter how much they achieve, they still feel empty. That's because real happiness doesn't come from what you have, it comes from who you are. It comes from knowing you're living with purpose, from giving your best effort, from becoming the kind of person you can be proud of. If you don't work on yourself, if you don't develop discipline, gratitude, and faith, no amount of success will ever make you feel fulfilled. Happiness is a habit. It's built in the small moments, in the way you think, in the way you treat others, in the way you push yourself to be better. You don't wake up one day and suddenly feel happy forever. You create it through your actions, through your choices, through the way you live your life. The people who are truly happy aren't the ones who had it easy. They're the ones who put in the work, who stayed committed, who OD that happiness isn't found, it's made. Struggles are a part of life. No one gets through this world without facing challenges, setbacks, and failures. The difference between those who find happiness and those who don't is how they handle those tough moments when things get hard. Most people want to quit. They want to run, to complain, to blame their circumstances. But happiness isn't found in avoiding struggles, it's found in pushing through them. The moments that test you, that stretch you, that make you question yourself, those are the moments that shape you. They are opportunities to grow, to learn, to become stronger than you were before. Too many people let pain define them. They experience failure, rejection, or disappointment, and they allow it to stop them in their tracks. They think because something didn't go their way, it never will. But struggle is not a dead end, it's a lesson. Every setback carries wisdom. Every failure carries a lesson. And every difficulty is a chance to rise above. The happiest people aren't the ones who have the easiest lives. They're the ones who refuse to let struggles break them. They saw challenges as stepping stones instead of roadblocks. There will be times when you feel like giving up, times when you question whether the fight is worth it. But the truth is, nothing worth having comes without struggle. You don't build strength without resistance. You don't build character without hardship. And you don't find happiness by running from difficulty. You find it by overcoming it. Every time you push forward, every time you refuse to give up, you prove to yourself that you are stronger than your circumstances. Pain is temporary, but quitting lasts forever. The people who succeed in life aren't the ones who never failed. They're the ones who never gave up. They kept going even when no one believed in them, even when things looked hopeless. And because of that, they found happiness not just in the end result, but in the journey itself. The struggle made them appreciate success more, made them stronger, made them wiser. The difference between those who live with regrets and those who live with fulfillment is simple. One group let their struggles define them, and the other let their struggles refine them. Happiness is not something you wait for, and it's not something the world hands to you. It's something you create through the way you live, the way you think, and the way you push through challenges every single day. You make choices that either bring you closer to happiness or push you further away from it. The question is, what are you choosing? Are you choosing purpose, or are you drifting without direction? Are you choosing discipline, or are you letting comfort and laziness take over? Are you choosing gratitude, or are you always focused on what you don't have? Are you choosing faith, or are you letting fear dictate your life? Because in the end, happiness is built on the foundation of these four things. It's not luck, it's not magic, it's effort. Most people think happiness is something they will reach one day if the right things happen to them, if they get the right job, if they make enough money, if they find the right person. But happiness doesn't come from the outside, it comes from within. There are people who have everything they ever wanted and still feel empty, and there are people who face the worst circumstances imaginable and still wake up with joy in their hearts. The difference isn't what they have, it's how they think, how they live, how they choose to face life. You will have moments of doubt. You will have moments of struggle. There will be days when nothing seems to go right, when it feels like the whole world is against you. But those moments don't you define you. What defines you is how you respond. Do you give up, or do you get up? Do you let failure break you, or do you let it teach you? Because happiness isn't found in avoiding the hard times. It's found in pushing through them and coming out stronger on the other side. The people who are truly happy aren't the ones who had an easy road. They're the ones who took control of their lives. They made the choice to be disciplined, to be grateful, to believe in themselves, to keep going when everything told them to stop. They earned their happiness through effort, through faith, through perseverance. And that's something no one can take away from them. So don't wait for happiness to find you. Don't sit back and hope that one day everything will magically fall into place. Go out and create it, live with purpose, stay disciplined, be grateful, have faith, push through the struggles. And when you do, you won't just find happiness, you'll build a life that you can be proud of every single day.